Yo, what is good? It's your boy Gio, man. Y'all already know, man. The Anything Podcast, the Everything Podcast, man. We back with another one, man. This one's an update with your boy Diddy, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all already know, like I mentioned, man. You got, the Diddy kids that got in an altercation with Ray J. That's a big thing that they got going on. They saying that it's allegedly a Rico coming with Ray J and Wack 100 with a host of a whole bunch of celebrities. It's about 15 of them. You got Miss English that came out and said she got trapped with the SN with these A-list celebrities and people in presidency. You got Courtney coming out said he got 7 flash drives. Got that 9-year-old, it was 9 or 10 that came out. Back then, when it was talking about what happened back then, but now it's not a minor no more, it's grown up. New lawyers, new judges. He's coming out with a proposal for a 4th bond. So I guess the first one was like 90, the second was like $150. Then he went to like 200 or 300 mil or something like that. They denied that. So we're gonna see what his proposal is this time. Man, it's so much stuff coming out. They said your boy Khaled's spot had got raided, a spot that he had that he got contact, his house, property, whatever, got raided. It's a lot of things that's about to be going down. Jaguar, right? She ain't playing. She going in as always. Even with the Jay-Z stuff, one of Jay-Z people says one of his close friends back in the day is chewing him out. There's a lot of things coming out with the Jay-Z stuff, man. That's going on. Y'all see in this video, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna give y'all all the information, but Allie Carter, she ain't playing about Jay-Z, Diddy, everybody. I mean, all of them. She's calling out the names. So everybody's like, I know everybody's going crazy right now. Y'all got to see this video right here, man. I'm gonna keep this one short and simple, man. But some new information, some new things. And if y'all haven't heard anything that I said, y'all can just check it out anyway and then see the new stuff that's going on. But man, I just tell y'all, this whole industry is gonna be going down. And Trump, he said he ain't playing. He's gonna help make sure it's gone. All those supporters, the celebrities that supported Kamala and everything, that try to keep it under wraps because she's with the shiz naive. I'm telling you, he releasing everything. He's releasing everything. The Epstein stuff, everything. He don't care. He got Elon, JFK, and a whole other group of people. I think it's about 10 to 15 that he's working with. Man, y'all better stay out this dude's way, is all I gotta tell you. And if you some celebrities, y'all on this and that and this, man, y'all better figure out what y'all gonna do, where y'all gonna go, what's going on, because this ain't no joke here, man. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. Yeah, y'all stay tuned. Check the video out, man. Hit the comments. Let me know what y'all think. And let's talk about it. And hit that subscribe button. Definitely. Really hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate it. Light me up. Hit the likes, man. Get the likes going. Hit that subscribe button one more time. Tell somebody else to hit the subscribe button. That you know. Somebody you know, tell them to hit it too. I appreciate it. We gotta run this up, man. And appreciate all the support and love as always, man. Catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace, love, happiness, man. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay happy, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. I'm out.
Elon Musk drops a bomb, calling Eminem just another participant in Diddy's party. And this right after Eminem was announced to introduce Obama at Kamala Harris's rally. Elon Musk, known for his controversial statements, recently threw some shade at Eminem, referring to him as just another participant in Diddy's party. This came right after the announcement that Eminem would be introducing Barack Obama at a rally in support of Kamala Harris. As politics and entertainment continue to intersect, many are wondering what really triggered Musk's comment. Is he criticizing Eminem's political involvement, or is there something else behind it? The celebrity drama is just heating up, and opinions are already divided. What do you think is behind Elon Musk's statement? Comment below if you want part 2 of this story.
500 or 600 January 6 protesters in prison, and not one person on the Epstein client list.
Will that ever come out, do you think?
You know, I think part of why Kamala's getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates.
Yeah.
And I only ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them. Yeah.
Yes. Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Because of the disclosure that would follow?
I think, yeah, I mean, I think he's certainly ideologically not aligned with Trump anyway, but I think he is concerned about the Epstein situation. Like something might actually, the DOJ might actually move forward.
There are a lot of videos, apparently. Those rooms on the island, and I think out in New Mexico, were wired for video.
Right.
And
where's the video? I mean, between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
So it's sort of like a preemptive moral strike.
Yes.
I mean, as I said, I think those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Is this, do you know what I mean? I mean, it's easier to live in a society where you don't really know what the people in charge are doing or why they're doing it. But now, thanks, I would say, largely to X.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say that.
Yeah.
We do know a lot. Not everything, but we know a lot. And I wonder, where does that, like, what happens next now that we know all this? The kidnapper's shown us his face. Like, what happens?
Well, I think if Trump wins, we can do some house cleaning.
What if I told you Michael Jackson might actually be alive?
No way.
That's right, the truth nobody saw coming. Ever since that suspicious funeral, nothing seems to add up. The clues are disturbing. A closed casket. How could the most famous pop star in the world be buried without anyone seeing his face? And why did the family, who should have been completely devastated, seem so calm? They weren't crying, some were even smiling. It looked more like a show than a real funeral. But what were they hiding? And that's not all. Some fans believe that Michael himself was disguised at his own funeral. At Khan, one of his close friends said Michael was a master of disguises. He could have been there and no one would have noticed. Years later, his own daughter posted a picture, and in the back seat there's a shadowy figure. Fans swear it's Michael Jackson, but why has the family never addressed this? If he's been alive this entire time, what's really going on? Then there's the rumor of a mysterious man living in a small town, trucks pulling up, heavy security, and a neighbor no one ever sees. All of this matches the extreme security Michael always demanded. Did he fake it all just to disappear and finally live in peace? And now with Diddy's name surfacing in major investigations, people are starting to wonder, is Michael waiting for the right moment to come back and expose all the dark secrets of the industry?
Babylon B had a thing about Kamala Harris. Diddy's ex-girlfriend urges Americans to trust her judgment. Yeah. By the way, you get to see how bad an actress she is too.
But I mean, like if she's gonna be warning people, why does she never warn anyone about Diddy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so strange to watch play out. It seems like the Diddy thing was like an Epstein-type compromise deal, where whether he was doing it himself. Conceivably, people want to think that he's attached to some intelligence agency or something like that.
No wonder Diddy's 3 bail applications were rejected. It turns out that this is all Elon Musk's plot. Elon Musk said that if Diddy was about to be released from prison, he would pay 90% of his wealth to the CIA to ensure that Diddy died in prison. Elon Musk has made astonishing remarks about Diddy. He claimed that Diddy was his investor, so they were good friends. After Diddy was arrested, Musk asked on social platforms, "How many people in the music and entertainment industries know about this?" It seemed that he was criticizing Diddy. Such a change in attitude inevitably makes people suspect that Musk has other motives. After all, Diddy's actions towards people including Usher and Justin Bieber are outrageous. Besides Musk's actions, following an anonymous tip off from Diddy's neighbor, the FBI discovered a tunnel in Diddy's residence. This was strongly opposed by Diddy's family, which shows the importance of this tunnel. If Diddy was bailed out, this mysterious tunnel might start to function again. But now Diddy's 3 bail applications have all been rejected, especially with Musk's efforts. It is more likely that Diddy will remain in prison.
Did you know the disturbing pink hair theory?
No, I don't.
Have you ever noticed how many celebrities suddenly start dyeing their hair pink? But what if I told you it might be a sign of something much darker? There's a disturbing theory that links this change to something they don't want us to know. These celebrities went through horrible times right after changing their hair color. Justin Bieber, who has opened up about his past traumas, Rihanna, who was a victim of Katy Perry, and Demi Lovato, who have battled depression and addiction. Could pink hair be a silent cry for help? Is it their way of expressing something they can't say out loud? These people went through hell, and they dyed their hair pink, right when they were at the peak of their struggles. And now for the scariest part, many of them have connections to a name that keeps coming up in multiple investigations. Diddy, what do all these celebrities have to do with him? Justin and Hailey Bieber, Rihanna, Jaden, Kylie Jenner, they've all been seen with Diddy at some point. But why? After getting close to him, something changes. Could Diddy be involved somehow? He's connected to so many dark secrets in the industry. Is he the common link behind all these tragedies? Why did they switch to that color? Did they go through something traumatic that we don't know about? This theory suggests that pink hair might be a hidden scream, a desperate cry for someone to listen. But if it's true, who is paying attention? Comment pink hair if you think these stories deserve to be heard.
Let's talk about Diddy the Diddler. I don't know if you've been paying attention to everything going down with Diddy lately, but there's some crazy talk about what's really happening behind the scenes. Some people are saying that all this drama and legal trouble surrounding him might actually be part of a bigger plan to take him down.
Think about it, Diddy's been on top for decades, making massive moves in the music industry, fashion, and even tech. He's built a multi-million-dollar empire, and now, all of a sudden, all this negative press and these lawsuits start piling up.
Is it far-fetched? Maybe. But with everything that's happening, you have to wonder, why now? Why is all this coming out at the peak of his career? It's almost too convenient, right?
Influence and business acumen boosted Diddy's foray into fashion with his Sean John clothing line. These partnerships show how Diddy has consistently aligned himself with some of the wealthiest and most powerful figures across different industries. Diddy's rise to billionaire status is partly due to his bold, proactive approach to building relationships. A famous example involves his cold email to Mark Cuban, the billionaire entrepreneur and owner of the Dallas Mavericks. Diddy proposed designing uniforms for the team, a request Cuban accepted despite never having met him.
I never met him. We did it all via email. And so he had some of his designers get in touch with me, and they put together some, and it was a cool looking uniform.
This kind of fearless deal making has earned Diddy a reputation for being an opportunistic and determined entrepreneur. The Dave Chappelle event, media reactions to Musk and Diddy. One of the most notable public appearances of Elon Musk and Sean Diddy Combs together was at a Dave Chappelle show in May 2022. This event solidified the public's awareness of their friendship and sparked discussions about their connections in elite circles. At the event, Musk and Diddy were photographed sitting together, and this image quickly circulated across social media. Although this might seem like an ordinary outing of two powerful figures, it held deeper implications as both individuals were, at that time, navigating controversies. During this same event, Musk unexpectedly took to the stage with Chappelle. The crowd's reaction was far from welcoming. As Musk stepped into the spotlight, he was met with a mixture of boos and cheers, with the boos overwhelming much of the noise. Chappelle, known for his sharp humor, joked, "It sounds like some of those people you fired are in the audience," referencing Musk's much-publicized layoffs at Twitter. This moment of levity couldn't save Musk from the awkwardness that followed, as the boos persisted throughout his time on the stage. In response to the backlash, Musk later tweeted that the audience's reaction was 90% cheers and 10% boos, although many videos circulating online suggest otherwise. Regardless of the exact proportions, it was clear that Musk's presence had stirred a strong reaction. likely fueled by his polarizing behavior as Twitter's new owner and his political comments in the months leading up to the event. Beyond the stage drama, the fact that Musk and Diddy were spotted together continued to raise eyebrows. Many online commentators and media outlets wondered whether Musk was aware of the serious accusations Diddy was facing. With Diddy's increasing legal troubles and Musk's controversial statements
In your public statements, you've mentioned 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 of them men and 2 of them women. Can you tell me where that's inaccurate?
You're right.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appeared to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
All.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
How did you end up in possession of these flash drives?
I ended up with the flash drive with a friend from a record label that I was, at the time I was recording in Atlanta. And I ran into a person that knew Kim Porter. So at the same time, she wanted to speak to me on the phone because she heard my voice. He said, that's Courtney B. And then later on that night, he came over and gave me the flash drive.
Help people understand, what tapes are you talking about? Who has them? And what kinds of things do you think they show?
Well, number one, luckily, I wasn't their first choice, their second choice. I wasn't no choice to be at those freaky parties. But you know what they show. They used to have a thing in the industry, right? And the sad thing about it, I don't like mentioning Usher. I don't like mentioning Justin Bieber. I don't like mentioning all these people that everybody know what time it is. So at the same time, they used to have a joke. They never played this joke with me. And they used to walk in the Interscope office. They'd go back there and they'd be like, hey, we passed the test. I said, we haven't did the test. One dude said, well, don't say that in front of Mr. Knight because he's going to take it offensive and hurt somebody. I said, well, whatever it is, I probably will take it offensive when somebody will get their ass whooped. You know, that was me in those days. But they used to have these guys, they used to call it the boiled egg test. They used to take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg, and have those guys put their pants down and bend over and they stick it up their ass. The eggs break, they say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second,
but
Shug.
if you just look. That's
Shug,
all you got to do is
I have never heard of anything like that. So if I haven't heard about it, just assume a lot of people haven't heard that before. But you think it's on video?
Let's stop for a second.
Go ahead, Shug.
Yeah, listen, and also, have you ever been to any puffy parties?
No.
You sure they had a long time to think about it, but if you haven't been in those butt-naked parties, even some of the preachers been in those parties, and they wasn't on their knees praying for God. See, they was praying for somebody to have come real quick or something, but I wasn't there, but there's proof of it. But at the same time, everybody want to look around and
Breaking news.
Mike Tyson dropped a bombshell saying Elon Musk was right when he claimed to have paid $250 billion to keep Diddy in prison for life. Tyson didn't hold back, calling Diddy demonic for everything he's done. Tyson even said he's willing to give his entire fortune to the CIA to make sure Diddy never gets out. In a live TV interview, Tyson recalled a weird moment when Diddy touched his knees during the show. I was thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? Tyson said. He pushed Diddy's hands away, trying to laugh it off during the show. But after the camera stopped rolling, Tyson confronted him directly. I told him, I'm a tiger. Tigers don't let people mess with them. As a boxer, this is your last warning. If you pull this again, I'll call you out live on air, Tyson said. He made it clear he respects himself and expects the same from others. With all these shocking revelations, it looks like Diddy might be facing a life sentence.
J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
You know?
Sounds rough, man.
Well, it's just amazing how many people in the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala, too.
Yeah, seriously. It's like insane.
Publicly, openly, like all in.
Yes.
It's
like...
It seems like the Diddy thing was like an Epstein-type compromise deal where he had, whether he was doing it himself, conceivably, people want to think that he's attached to some intelligence agency or something like that. I think he's a gangster who made $1 billion and knew how to control people by compromising them. That's what I think. Whether or not he had help, I don't know. Whether or not he shared some of that information with people so they knew they had compromising stuff on people, I don't know. But clearly he was doing it for his own jollies too. There was something sick about it.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is that people in the music and entertainment industry had to know that Diddy was like abusing, kids basically. And yet they still fed him kids. And like, where's the accountability?
There had to be rumors. There had to be. They
had to know.
Yeah.
They had to know.
Cat Williams was talking about it on
exactly.
Yeah, on that podcast.
But like who's feeding him the kids?
Right. Yeah. And what videos do they have of these people where they're willing to defend him? And they're willing to keep quiet about all this. Like how many people were compromised?
Yeah.
The whole thing is fucking crazy.
Crazy.
It's just crazy when because the nutty conspiracy theories is like, oh, there's a bunch of pedophiles in Hollywood, and you're like, come on, that sounds too kooky. And then you see like the Nickelodeon thing and all these, and you're like, what the fuck?
Breaking news.
Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, just made a wild claim about PDiddy. He said if Diddy gets out of prison, he'll pay 90% of his fortune, around $250 billion, to the CIA. Why? So Diddy can stay in prison for life. After all that's happened with Usher, Diddy's facing serious time. This morning, the FBI found a tunnel linked to Diddy in Los Angeles. They got a tip from his neighbors, who said strange things were going on since his arrest. When the agents arrived, they were met by a nervous Diddy's family, who tried to block them from entering. But the FBI pushed through and searched the place. In Diddy's room, they noticed the floor by the bed looked recently moved. One agent moved the bed, and bam! They found a hidden entrance under a carpet right beneath it. Curious, they decided to go down, but Diddy's sister started screaming, begging them not to enter the tunnel. Despite her pleas, the officers went in. What they found next will leave you speechless.
Gene Bill, I'm looking at him, he's watching Ja Rule get hit in the butt with plugs. And that's on the back of the book, the official book.
Damn, so that's the plugs that was used on Ja Rule?
Yeah. So he's telling the story. I'm listening to him. What man sit there watch two men have sex?
Right.
You understand?
You lying sack of shit. So all these clowns want to come out and they make up lies and they call themselves real men. Nigga, you ain't no real man if you got to lie on another man. What's real about you? What's real about you if you got to come out and tell a lie on another man? You got to say that I watched Jai and Puff do something when that didn't even happen, motherfucker. I said they ran out of the room grabbing towels. I wouldn't have known a motherfucking thing was freaky up there until Jai opened his motherfucking mouth. Y'all didn't want to be up in there. There was a whole lot of freaky shit going on. Okay. Al ain't no motherfucking flaky ass nigga, bro. My man, let me tell you something. I'm the wrong motherfucker that you gonna fuck with. I ain't got motherfucker 50 money, but I'm petty as fuck.
Will be exposed.
I mean, when I walk in, I definitely take pride in being the originator of the preparation of the sex. Little things that I personally like. A lot of ladies, they just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave. Right. Gotta keep them there. Right. You need locks on the doors.
P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
Tyrese speaks on Diddy parties. We got the audio for that. He recently went on live, right? So address rumors that he was on a video at one of Diddy freak-offs.
Who told him that? There is no such thing as a Diddy tape. Literally. So allegedly, whatever that brother is dealing with, whatever reasons he's in jail, whatever the FBI and the law is dealing with, allegedly pertaining to Diddy. I want to tell y'all that I've been to some of the most legendary parties. I got no regrets. I think some of the best parties in LA.
Yeah.
Only Tyrese would reply to that.
Yes. And imagine watching this video, right? And you was one of the victims that was beaten on a basement door, fighting for your life, and the music was so loud upstairs. And Tyrese was the one singing. You can't say that. You cannot say, I have no regrets. You didn't even know what was going on. Probably something could have been going on in the basement, Ty.
The fact he's replying to people in his comments. Because listen, if you are a person with any type of notoriety, they say you in a Diddy tape nowadays.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they was just in his comments messing with him, and he had to reply
He
to
wanted
that.
to make sure that you
Cut it
know
out,
he
Ty.
wasn't
Because
there.
they know he's easily baited. Tyrese don't like being talked about, but he loved being talked about at the same time.
And I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but like, I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside.
I saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy.
Yikes.
She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
It's hard to believe that one of Hollywood's most beloved figures, Will Smith, is now being linked to an increasingly controversial figure, P. Diddy. With new images surfacing that show Will attending some of Diddy's notorious parties, people are starting to ask questions. How deep does this connection go? And what secrets have been hidden behind the scenes of the glitzy events that both of these men have been known to attend? Is there more to this story than just two celebrities mingling at high-profile gatherings? Or could it be that there's a darker layer to this friendship that Will Smith has tried to keep away from the public eye?
Controlled every aspect of her life. He is accused of frequently beating her and would hide her in hotel rooms for days until the bruising and signs of abuse were gone.
So let's rewind a bit and dive into the relationship between Will Smith and Diddy. These two stars have been crossing paths in the entertainment industry for decades, and it's no surprise that they've been spotted together on multiple occasions. Will Smith, the all-American actor known for his charm and family-friendly image, and Diddy, the flashy, larger-than-life mogul of the music world, seem like an odd pairing, but when you look closely, it's clear they've shared the same high-profile circles for years. It wasn't unusual to see them together at Hollywood parties, music industry events, or even collaborating on various projects.
The issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
Their connection goes back to the early 2000s, a time when both men were at the peak of their fame. Will was starring in blockbuster films like Men in Black and Ali, while Diddy was dominating the music charts and growing his empire. They were both respected for their talent and ambition, and their friendship seemed to make sense from an industry standpoint. Publicly, it all seemed innocent, a typical celebrity friendship between two powerful figures in entertainment.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
However, the resurfacing of recent images showing Will Smith attending one of Diddy's infamous parties has raised eyebrows. Diddy's parties have been the subject of rumors for years, with tales of excess and questionable behavior following them like a shadow. And now, with Diddy facing multiple allegations, the question arises, why was Will Smith there? More importantly, what was? By going on behind the scenes, that might explain why Will would keep this connection under wraps.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
For years, Will Smith's public image has been squeaky clean, with his focus always seemingly on his career, family, and personal growth. But when you add Diddy to the equation, the cracks in that image begin to show. There have always been whispers about Diddy's wild lifestyle and his parties that catered to the rich and famous, where anything and everything seemed to be allowed. So naturally, people are now wondering if Will caught up in that world, and if so, what that might mean for his reputation moving forward.
Complete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras.
Breaking news. The things that Uncle Ron told us about Diddy and Jay-Z might shock you. Uncle Ron was 59 and claimed to be a former bodyguard for Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. He passed away 24 hours after making a video saying Diddy and Jay-Z eliminated Biggie. He added, Jay-Z and Diddy wanted Biggie done, bottom line. Biggie wanted to leave Bad Boy Records. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times that he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself. And Jay-Z eliminated him out of fear that he would become a megastar, becoming a threat to Jay-Z's career. Uncle Ron added that Biggie and himself knew too many secrets about his parties and Tupac's case. Is this just a coincidence? Or you think there is more to it? 24 hours after making the video, he is gone. The cause remains unknown, as the family and the police is still investigating the case. Follow our page as we keep you updated.
Kid laying there, you're assuming it's a grown woman. So he made everybody be with a minor, you know, against your will, and he recording the shit. Same girl needed to do a number 2 on stage. She performing. She told him, I need to go off stage, I need you to bathroom. He told her no. She ended up shit on stage. It was a went everywhere, and Denzel Washington grabbed up his wife, mobbed up to Diddy, and was like, man, you don't respect nobody, and had to run up out there. That's the incident they're talking about with Denzel Washington had to run up out of there.
So that's why Denzel and his wife left that party, because of that
And
incident.
she shit on stage, and she was only 14 years. He didn't know she was 14. It was just the fact that she shit on stage and in front of everybody. And then Diddy took her to a room and beat her ass because she shit on stage. Then he would only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm gonna say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm gonna say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's allegedly. But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 babies. And then Diddy took her to a room and beat her ass because she shit on stage. Then he would only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm gonna say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm gonna say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's allegedly. But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 babies out of her. They kept her locked up and they had her babies at the house. The 2 babies they took out of her stomach. That's not allegedly.
Damn.
And allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, she had a threesome with Diddy and his own mama / auntie, and she had a threesome with Nelly and Diddy. That's not alleged.
No.
Allegedly. Sorry, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. Congratulations on the baby. I love y'all together. It was 20 years ago. Don't get mad at 20. We talking about 20 years ago. Don't get emotional. We just telling our truth, people. Please don't get mad. It's some of y'all's favorites. It's gonna kill y'all. It's gonna devastate y'all when you hear the names involved, because we all grew up on these people. We all love these people. We'd have never thought these people would have been involved in the things that they're involved in. We're just telling our truths, everybody, and it was 20 years ago. So please don't judge us or say we lying. We're being nice enough to let y'all know what's going on from an insider point of view. If you were not even there, don't tell somebody they lying when you weren't even there.
Big facts. And fans love to say,
was put in foster care. I was advocating for her, and I was reporting back, and I was writing reports and turning in reports to CPS based on the that she was telling me that she was experiencing while in foster care. At first, they embraced me, and they were allowing me to have visitation with her. When I started making too many waves, they turned everything back on me. They filed a court order that said I was a predator to Allie, and they were telling me I was not allowed to have contact with her because they were trying to silence things, and they were using that as a means to scare me. CPS was in charge of Allie at that time. She was their responsibility. If they filed a court order that I was a predator or was her, they should have pressed charges, and they should have followed up on that, and they never did. Shortly after that, Allie went missing from CPS care. She was AWOL for over a year. After that year was up, they placed her with me. They said I was a good home and a good fit for her, and they allowed her to be placed in my home. Those are 2 opposite things in a very short time, but they do that to a lot of parents. That's a tactic they use to silence people, to keep control of the situation, to get people to look the other way. CPS is very corrupt, and it needs to be defunded. It's very evil what they do. They can remove children from any of your homes for any reason. It's irrelevant whether you're a good parent or a bad parent. If CPS wants to take your kid, they can come in and take your kid, and you really won't have a leg to stand on.
And now, on top of all this, more industry insiders are starting to speak out about what they witnessed while working for the Hollywood elite. One of them is celebrity bodyguard Big Homie Double C, who recently hinted during his appearance on Real Life Productions that government agencies might be involved in the crimes Ally Carter talks about in her videos. So when Big Homie CC was asked about people turning on Jaguar Wright and calling her crazy after she came for Jay-Z and Beyonce in that Piers Morgan interview, CC refused to jump on the Jaguar hate train, and he said that at least Jaguar is trying to bring awareness to a huge issue that no one seems to talk about in the mainstream media.
There are 150,000 unaccounted for children that cross the border every year that are unaccounted for. There is a certain level of darkness that comes with levels of high wealth, because Rook just asked me right now that I think that he could rape somebody. You know, these are people who are not used to being told no. And like, I know a gentleman who has a yacht, right? The yacht probably costs like $200 million. And there's an entire staff that stays on this yacht. They stay for 6 months, the other staff come for the next 6 months. So if you got enough money, you can buy a person. You can buy their time. So that's the level of what's going on. So, you know, I'm not gonna debate like facts with people about Jaguar Wright. You feel me? So this is a lady who got song production credits with Al Green. So, you know, this is somebody who's a gifted talent, like a real artist, have a real singing voice, like now outside of the studio without synthesizers and effects, you feel me? And like anybody who's on a crusade to bring awareness to human and oppression against women and children, I support, you feel me? Like, you know, because that's really what the cause is. Because, you know, that was always my true message, you feel me? Like, to get my message out, I knew I wanted to throw some people under the bus, but like, I'm the boogeyman to them. So like, I ain't really worried about that, you feel me? But it's just like, it's things happening in our country that people aren't paying attention to, you feel me? The Democrats let in 13,000 people with murder convictions illegally through the border. That's outlandish. Over 600 people on a terrorist watch list have crossed the border illegally and are moving freely on the undetained list here in America. Each year, 150,000+ children come across the border and are unaccounted for. If they're not with proper authorities, they are with cartels, they are with criminal organizations, they are getting, it's the biggest business on the planet.
Jaguar Wright is a profane prostitute. And don't you dare try to say that I'm not your son anymore. I have that birth certificate that says that I am your son. Be dissected and written out. All of the wrongdoings that she has done. The abuse, whipping me with an extension cord for trying to vent out her frustration for her father dying. The manipulation, trying to turn me against my own family. Too much love is what turned my mother into the demoness that her persona is now.
I'm going to hell with your mother. I'm going straight to hell with your mother. And being that your mother isn't too fond of me, a lot of people are going to take this the wrong way.
From simple misdemeanors to being on the wanted list in Grand Prairie, the awful elder abuse she put Grandma Frances through, Jaguar Wright is a vindictive thief.
You're saying that she was stealing money from your grandma, your late grandma.
Yes, stealing, effectively siphoning from her. She is a hyperbolic criminal. She is a dead son of narcissism.
Oh.
Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres. Do you want me to keep going?
Now we're getting mixed up in this celebrity mentality. Some people are saying that I was in the Run This Town video with Jay-Z in 2009. Now I'm gonna tell you that when my mom finally showed me the picture, I had to double take.
People built these tunnels. There's a lot of elite celebrities. They go down there for parties underneath the Getty.
Ally Carter has stepped forward with accusations that not only implicate Diddy, but also name some of Hollywood's most powerful men.
Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres. Do you want me to keep going?
I don't want anybody's money.
From alleged secret parties to tunnels hidden beneath the Playboy Mansion, there's no limit to the secrets she's spilling.
Now we're getting mixed up in this celebrity mentality. Some people are saying that I was in the Run This Town video with Jay-Z in 2009. Now I'm gonna tell you that when my mom finally showed me the picture, I had to double take.
But what exactly did she see? And And why is she calling out Denzel Washington, Jay-Z, and others who've stayed silent for years?
People build these tunnels. There's a lot of elite celebrities. They go down there for parties underneath the Getty.
So what exactly is going on? Ally Carter has been making waves by speaking out about what she calls the dark side of Diddy's lifestyle, and she's not holding back. She claims Diddy isn't just guilty of inappropriate behavior. She says he's connected to a hidden network involving some of Hollywood's most powerful names. Carter says she's a victim of Diddy and has shared shocking accounts of her time at his parties, where guests were supposedly encouraged to engage in jaw-dropping activities. But here's where things get even wilder. According to Carter, legendary actor Denzel Washington was once caught up in this world too, at least for one night. That's right. Ally claims that even Denzel, known for his upstanding character and strong values, got an insider's look at Diddy's infamous party scene.
Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres. Do you want me to keep going? I don't want anybody's money.
Now, Sean Diddy Combs has never been shy about his reputation for throwing some of the most extravagant and out-there parties in Hollywood. His gatherings in places like the Hamptons, Los Angeles, and Miami Beach are practically Hollywood legend. They're known for their wild energy and exclusivity, attracting A-listers from across the entertainment world. But these parties apparently cross the line, even by Hollywood standards. And it sounds like Denzel Washington saw this firsthand. The story goes that he and his wife Pauletta were invited to one of Diddy's bashes back in the early 2000s. According to insiders, the night was all glitz and glamour at first, but as the hours went by, things reportedly took a darker turn. Denzel, who was raised with strong values and speaks openly about his faith, was not impressed. In fact, around dawn, he'd had enough. According to sources, he confronted Diddy directly, shouting, "You don't respect anyone," before he and Pauletta stormed out of the party. What exactly set Denzel off isn't clear, but his reaction suggests he witnessed something that went against everything he stands for. Denzel's known for staying grounded, and this incident only adds to his reputation as someone who doesn't tolerate disrespect or cross the line for the sake of Hollywood glitz.
Like, we here to try to raise money for these mosquito bed nets. So if you don't understand, just imagine living in Africa and your little infant child.
The event reportedly took place in 2003 at one of Diddy's lavish mansions, though it's unclear if it was in the Hamptons, Los Angeles, or Miami. Diddy's parties have often been described as freak-offs, events where anything goes and the host's desires seem to take center stage. This atmosphere may attract some of Hollywood.
Alex Spiro, are you sure you want to call the things that I said about Mr. Carter demonstrative lies? Do you know your client as well as you think you do? I don't think so, sir. I don't think so at all. And if I gotta kick over every rock that leads to the origin of what we now know as the Jigga Man, I will. I'm gonna make it impossible for y'all to see him for anything other than who he actually is. And let's see if you call me a liar at the end of it. You ever call me a liar again, Alex Spiro, and so help me God, you're gonna wish you never said my name. Because I'm about to take your star monkey and I'm about to put him on display. The lipstick is coming next. So yeah, that's been the most illuminating part of my week. And now we're here.
I know a lot of things that shameless hat has done, but her greatest sin is vanity. And I'm going to say this about you now, baby. Everybody who knows you are dumb as a sack of hair. Truth is, if it wasn't for your singing and your dancing, you would have never been anything more than a shampoo girl in your mother's shop. You ain't got the common sense of a damn dog.
That's
what
not
you
criminal.
Huh?
It's not criminal. Is there? Is
Oh,
there
no. I'm going to get you there.
Oh, I see. She's just too dumb to know what she's in for.
No, she's just dumb enough to be down with whatever's going on.
Okay.
She's probably one of the most least empathetic people I've ever met in my life. She's always lived in an alternate reality. She's a whole space for that. And as long as she gets to be the prettiest, and as long as she gets to be the number one, she don't care what nobody do, how they do it. She knew what her father Matthew Knowles was doing with all of those other girls in Destiny's Child. Her bisexuality is still being hidden. The fact that real reason behind her relationship with Jermaine Dupri is still so elusive. You know, why she left Jermaine Dupri to marry
billionaire?
That billionaire and to have a baby and then get divorced and then be seen with Jermaine Dupri again.
Kind of like Ashton Kutcher leaving Mila Kunis and then going off with Demi Moore and then coming back to Mila Kunis. Meanwhile, when she married that billionaire, all of that was going on when Diddy was harassing her. Oh. Because he's been harassing her for years. They won't talk about it. But the truth is Janet is under heavy scrutiny. She did what she had to do to survive. She's strong. How can I be strong? I lost myself. That Jackson family stigma. Come from a place that hurts, and God knows how I cried.
They had love for each other, which was crazy. Like, they were friends. And to this bullshit happened, you know, the Quad studio shooting was the beginning of the end, you know, and let's just hope that Biggie and Bad Boy didn't have nothing to do with that. And I know they did. Come on, man. Biggie had love for Tupac. Why would he do that? It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Like, you know, like I said, I had love for Tupac, yeah, and Biggie, man, and everybody else in hip hop for the most part, you know. But we'll see what happens. Let's see if he hired a private investigator. Let's see what they investigate. Let's see what happens. And I don't believe it, because the incident that happened before Tupac got killed was a real incident, and we all saw that. So, you know, at the hotel casino when he had the altercation with this guy, we all saw that. So 1 + 1 = 2 where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? If that happened that night and then he gets murdered that night, I think that would be the closest motive, you know, for something like that to happen. That incident. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think PDiddy had nothing to do, Puffy had nothing to do with that. I don't think, you know, getting stomped out and all that, like he wasn't a part of that. So I just, you know, when you look at that incident, that weighs more to me, like that might be the reason.
The drama just went into overdrive. Politics, power, and the world of Hollywood just collided in a way we never saw coming. Donald Trump's presidential victory might have been a huge moment for his supporters, but it seems he's got some unfinished business with one of Hollywood's most controversial figures, P. Diddy. And guess what? The plot thickens even further with none other than Elon Musk backing Trump's warning. This is not a drill, folks. We're diving into the wildest showdown you didn't know you needed to see. So here's the scoop. Diddy, known for his high-profile lifestyle and ties to some of the world's most powerful people, has been at the center of some major legal drama. And while some are focused on his legal troubles, others are speculating about what exactly he knows about the high-ups in politics. That's where Trump steps in. It all started with a strange connection between Diddy and Trump. At one point, Trump was practically adored by the hip-hop community. He'd show up at events, and for a while it seemed like they were on the same wavelength. Diddy even praised Trump's business acumen and how he embodied the hip-hop spirit. But now, it looks like the relationship has taken a serious turn. After Trump's big win, rumors began swirling that he was sending cryptic warnings Diddy's way. The question on everyone's lips, what does Diddy know about those in power? And why are the political elites, both Democrats and Republicans, throwing shade at each other all while these secrets linger in the background? The deeper we dig, the more bizarre this situation becomes. Trump isn't the only one making moves. Enter Elon Musk, who, of course, has a reputation for getting involved in any dramatic moment in the public eye. Musk jumped into the conversation, backing Trump's message with a level of support that's got everyone raising eyebrows. Hold on tight, because the latest federal revelations surrounding Diddy's adopted daughter are about to blow your mind. The feds have just released new evidence, and it's shaking the very foundation of everything we thought we knew about Diddy. You remember his big announcement back in 2020, right? He adopted a young girl, AA, and the world was quick to swoon over the heartwarming gesture, but then she disappeared, vanished, like she never existed in the first place. And now After years of whispers, the feds have dropped some bombshells that could change everything. What happened to AA? Well, it turns out there's a whole lot more to the story than we ever realized. According to new federal documents, Diddy's adoption of AA may not have been all it seemed. As the feds move in on Diddy's empire, there are growing allegations that his adoption of AA could be tied to much darker activities. Some are suggesting that the shocking raid by Homeland Security wasn't just about trafficking. It might have everything to do with AA and what went down behind the scenes. So let's break it down. Back in 2020, Diddy made headlines when he announced he had adopted a little girl named AA, and it seemed like a beautiful moment for the media and fans alike. But then, just as quickly, she was swept under the rug. AA vanished from public life. No more photos, no more sightings, no more mentions. It was like she'd never even been there. People started to ask, where is she? But the answers were nowhere to be found. The silence was deafening. Fast forward to today, and the feds have released some jaw-dropping details about the case. Homeland Security's investigation into Diddy's activities isn't just about the shady business deals or trafficking allegations we've heard about in the past. Now, it appears that a major part of his federal indictment centers around his adopted daughter. According to insiders, there's much more to AA's disappearance than anyone realized, and it involves some seriously disturbing claims. Did Diddy get involved in darker dealings with AA? Was she forced into some twisted, secretive situation? And let's talk about the timing of all this. It's almost like everything related to AA was conveniently swept under the rug just as other scandals were piling up around Diddy. But now, with the federal spotlight back on him, the truth about his adoption and what happened to AA might finally be coming to light. People are speculating that this could be one of the darkest chapters in Diddy's life, and it's only just beginning to unfold. The problem was I married a playboy. I married what I thought was going to be a union in which it was going to be what we wanted it to be. Somehow within that relationship, I lost my husband to Dwayne Martin, and they became better friends than what me and my husband did, and I couldn't understand that for the love of God. I got proof, you know.
What kind of proof?
My butler called and said, you know, Mr. Martin is in the guest house and he's coming to the big house. And I thought that that was disrespectful to even be in the guest house.
So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
Lisa Ray is out here spilling tea that no one saw coming. Allegations of SA involving Will Smith and Dwayne Martin.
Are you gripping when she's gobble, squabble, squabble, giving the boom, bop, shoop-a-dop, bop, do-ya, bop.
Word on the street is that some young artists might have been caught in a twisted situation, and it's not looking good for the A-listers involved.
I heard more rumors about Dwayne than Will.
Oh, you heard rumors about Dwayne? Oh.
Is this just gossip, or are we about to witness one of Hollywood's biggest scandals blow up? Will the truth finally come out, or will these stars manage to sweep it all under the rug? Stay tuned, because things are about to get messy. In the flashy world of celebrity drama, few stories grab attention like the wild saga of Lisa Ray McCoy, Dwayne Martin, and the messy connections between them. Lisa Ray, best known for her role in The Players Club, recently stirred things up with explosive claims about the downfall of her marriage. According to her, Dwayne Martin was at the center of it, and somehow Will Smith is caught up in the blame too. So what exactly did Lisa Ray say? She went on the Wendy Williams show to double down on what she had already revealed on TV One Uncensored. Basically, she blamed Dwayne Martin for being the main reason her marriage to Michael McKissick fell apart.
Somehow within that relationship, I lost my husband to Dwayne Martin, and they became better friends than what me and my husband did, and I couldn't understand that for the love of God.
In that interview, Lisa Ray also claimed that Dwayne Martin would introduce her husband to several women from her inner circle in the industry. She said he was blatantly disrespectful to her marriage, playing a big part in tearing their relationship apart.
The problem was I married a playboy.
After Lisa Ray's interview with Wendy Williams, people couldn't help but feel like she was holding back. Some started speculating that there might have been more to her ex's relationship with Dwayne Martin than she was willing to admit. And here's where things get even messier. This isn't the first time Dwayne has been rumored to be unusually close to a married married man. For years, there have been whispers that Dwayne was introduced to same-sex relationships by none other than his longtime friend, Will Smith. The two first crossed paths back in 1993 when Dwayne appeared in an episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air called It's Better to Have Loved and Lost It. From there, they formed a bond that's lasted for over 30 years. The two actors, Will Smith and Dwayne Martin, were often seen together over the years, sharing the spotlight in photos and enjoying each other's company. As both gained fame in Hollywood, their close bond fueled rumors of an ongoing bromance, with fans speculating that there might be something romantic between them. Adding fuel to the fire, Will Smith's boundary-pushing behavior with other men has long been a topic of discussion. In 1993, Smith played a gay con artist in 6 Degrees of Separation, coincidentally around the same time he met Dwayne Martin. This only intensified the speculation about Smith's S, with many fans convinced that something more than friendship was happening behind the scenes.
Diddy can't come to LA. Can't nobody come to LA. Puffy white Biggie, he white Tupac. Right. Because we know that he paid Keefy D to knock him off. So Chris Brown gave it to the motherfucker too. Y'all know Kanye West once asked Chris Brown to come over and smack Kim Kardashian in front of him. Who got better sex, Ray J or Chris Brown? Shout out to Chris because he knocked down Kim Kardashian. Nigga, fuck niggas. Like, yeah, Chris Brown went to go fuck Kim Kardashian in front of Kanye. Deny that. I call Tiger right now. Cause he was raping, he was with Kylie. She like 12. Still, he's talking about Chris Brown. Fuck all these bitch ass niggas. Gay.
Everybody know Chris Brown, gay. Everybody know that. Everybody listen, brick. Everybody ain't mama.
Somebody ever tell you drink that water real.
On Monday, Diddy's son, Justin Combs, shared a video in which Diddy could be heard on the phone talking with his kids, Quincy Brown, Justin, Christian King, Chance, Jesse, Delilah, and Love. This is one of the first times his voice has been heard since his arrest back in September.
Love you, Pastor.
I can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see y'all. And I just want to say I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all, but just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world.
Which is odd to think about when we're all used to hearing him so often.
Yeah, and in that video, you can hear Diddy saying things like, I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you all. He tells them how proud he is of them, especially the girls. He says, thank you all for being strong. Thanks for being by my side, for supporting him.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder how many more Diddy's birthday messages will be coming from jail. You know, as we mentioned a moment ago, he turned 55 this week and will face a jury in the spring of 2025. So Diddy is now, and has been for the past 7.5 weeks, he's been incarcerated at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center.
Child, aside from making baby oils for them hoes, it seems another hobby of Diddy is doing Houdini spells and making public forget about people that existed in the first place, allegedly, obviously. I never thought I'd be talking about Misa Hilton's son Justin Combs not being an actual Combs, and Diddy doing the M-word on his father out of revenge. So according to close sources, Justin Combs isn't the son of Diddy like we thought. He is actually the son of Diddy's best friend and former bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones. Contrary to what y'all might think, Anthony was no ordinary bodyguard. He was in charge of security and was Diddy's best friend. Not only that, he was part of Diddy's business. Do y'all remember the shout out that happened in 1999 involving Diddy and rapper Shine? Wolf was charged with the criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd and 3rd degree in that trial. And a few years later, Wolf was unalived outside of an Atlanta nightclub after getting into an argument over a woman. And now catch this. A month before Justin was born, Wolf died, and people have been running these facial recognition tests, and there have been a lot of talk that he's the biological father of Justin. There's also been questions on whether or not Diddy had anything to do with Wolf's death. And now, I don't know for certain if this is true, but with all the lawsuits he's been slammed with, I personally do not find it so hard to believe if Diddy pulls something like that for his own selfish need. According to some allegations, Diddy made Wolf carry out a bunch of nasty stuff for him and owed him a whole lot of money, which he refused to pay. So the next best option was to allegedly make him disappear before he started spilling. Because remember I said Wolf was not just any bodyguard. He was his best friend and head of business. He was privy to a lot of crazy stuff Diddy was doing. I know we all know that it was because of Cassie that started this whole Diddy mess, and when the lawsuit came out as well as that horrific video, his children to show solidarity for their father all unfollowed Cassie, who was no longer Diddy's girlfriend. This is where it starts to get wicked because everyone thought Misa and her son Justin would support Cassie. Now, y'all, I do not know how true this is, but the word on the streets is that Misa was originally the main Cassie. And what I mean is, Diddy got with Misa when she was in high school, and after a while, he began to practice his MMA skills on her like he did with Cassie. According to Gene Deal, Diddy used to be really aggressive towards Misa. She would have to hide under a car to get away from him. And even Gene Deal said he could see the similarities between Justin and Wolf.
Do you think that Diddy is actually Justin's father?
I wasn't there. You know, but I make indie windows like, damn, how your son look like your best friend? If he like it, I love it.
Even Reggie Wright, Jay, also insinuated that Justin could be Wolf's son and not Diddy's.
A picture of Wolf and one of Puffy's sons, Justin Combs. Look at him.
Fans even ran different facial recognition deals on Justin and Diddy and Justin and Wolf. Guess who's got more similarities?
And people have run facial recognition deals on Diddy and Justin and Anthony Wolf Jones and Justin. Anthony Wolf Jones looks more like Diddy's son Justin than P. Diddy. And this guy used to work for Diddy in security, but was...
In addition, it wouldn't really be a surprise because he adopted Albie Shore's son, Quincy, when he was just 3 years old when Kim got with him. So he could very much have done the same thing. And I know y'all gonna say that Misa took Diddy to court for child support and they must have done a test to prove he was a father. But if he legally adopted Justin, then she could also take him to court. Not to mention that the court experience was super shady. Because Kim got $35,000 a month in child support for Christian Combs, while Diddy was giving Misa a measly sum of $5,512 per month. I also gotta mention that some people are saying that it was Diddy who put out that he ain't Justin's father out here, a way to punish Justin for not unfollowing Cassie when she started this whole ish. Honey, while I don't know truly if Justin is Diddy's son, I know there's so much more dirt coming out to light. And if people are already poking holes at his kids and their backgrounds, a lot more is going to come to the surface. But what do y'all think? Is Justin Diddy's or Wolf's? Can y'all see the resemblance?
Bro, Jay-Z, I know that it's part of your humiliation rituals to get where you at. You had to indulge in sexual activity with your boy Diddy, bro. I ain't saying you had nothing to do with me getting shot, Jay-Z, and I'm speaking to you directly this time. I ain't saying you had nothing to do with it. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm a man of the G code. I'm a man of honor. I don't want you locked up, bro. I used to look up to you, and I still love your music. I still listen to your music, ho. But I'm kind of hurt to know that somebody that I admire, you know, had to do something so weird and disgraceful for money and fame, bro. You know what you did with Diddy. You know? Bro, you engaged in oral sex with Diddy, bro. You engaged in oral sex with another man. You know, if something happened to me, oh well, bro, my book's gonna outlive me. The information in them books, bro, it's over. It's checkmate.
The big thing R. Kelly dropped to you in prison is that Ho was engaged in some homosexual behavior with Diddy.
Yeah, and if anybody know people that's locked up in the feds who got some power, man, tell y'all people to protect that, man, because I hate I had to do this. I know it's gonna put that man's life in danger, but I know people heard bad things about R. Kelly, but y'all can't believe everything that y'all hear. They came to me and tried to get me to say bad things about R. Kelly. The media, industry publicists, you know, I sent you the text, bro. You ain't gotta expose it.
For me personally, it don't even fucking surprise me, dog. All these motherfuckers.
You know, they saying that people at the church doing it. So now I can't turn cheek to cheek when somebody hit me because now I'm thinking about butt cheeks. You know, it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's just not adding up to me. And I think
the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting them.
To really understand the gravity of this situation, let's take a look at Diddy's business empire and how it might have served as a front for other activities. Diddy didn't just stop at producing music. He built a lifestyle brand that extended into fashion, television, and nightlife. From his MTV show, Making the Band, to his successful Kyrock Spirits line, he built an empire that was as much about influence as it was about revenue. But this empire, according to some insiders, wasn't purely about business. Deal and others have hinted that it may have served as a way to bring people into his orbit, a calculated effort to exert control over those within his reach.
So maybe some solution where his money could help us craft, I mean, he could build his separate jail cell, you know, and we could keep him there. Just interesting to me that they sort of said, nope, you're gonna be treated not like everybody else, but a lot like everybody else. Just, you know, having money doesn't do it. So I wouldn't want to be those judges. There's sort of a no-win situation for the...
Imagine the scenario: young talents drawn into Diddy's world, eager for the big break, surrounded by luxury, but slowly finding themselves in a situation they couldn't easily escape. Deal's comments paint a picture of a man who allegedly used his power not just to lift others up, but to control them, binding them through loyalty, secrecy, and sometimes intimidation. And the more we learn about these allegations, the more it starts to make sense why the FBI might look beyond Diddy to others in his circle.
On a different level, because I'm seeing him go from his independence to then becoming Puff Daddy, you know what I'm saying? And I got a front row seat looking at that.
So why would Jay-Z, one of the most successful artists and entrepreneurs in the world, risk his reputation by associating so closely with Diddy? The answer might lie in their shared ambition and the way their careers intertwined. Both men had a vision that went beyond just making music. They wanted to shape culture, to build something lasting. And for a while, it worked. They both climbed to the very top, becoming not just musicians, but icons. But as we've seen time and again, the higher you climb, the farther you can fall.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
The FBI isn't just looking at the headlines. They're piecing together a puzzle that could reveal a pattern of behavior stretching back years, if not decades. And according to Deal, they're particularly interested in Diddy's closest allies, people who were there during his rise, who attended his events, and who might have witnessed things that the public has never known about. Jay-Z, as one of those allies, may be facing questions that go far beyond simple friendship. And if the FBI has indeed gathered evidence that places him in the middle of Diddy's alleged operations, then he could be looking at consequences far beyond what anyone could have imagined.
It's so funny what's happening with Diddy because this was inevitable.
It's hard to overstate the impact this could have. Jay-Z is more than a rapper. He's a cultural force, a businessman whose influence extends into sports, fashion, and philanthropy. His association with figures like Diddy has long been a part of his brand, creating an image of power, connection, and shared success. But as this investigation unfolds, the risk is that this same connection could turn into a liability, potentially tarnishing a legacy that Jay-Z has spent decades.
Love you.
I don't think people realize.
Pause. Do y'all see the way that one eye was gazing into PDiddy, into his shades? No, real talk now. I ain't here trying to join and shit, but that one eye, I don't know what the other one was doing, but that one eye was gazing into P. eyes, right? And that was just, that's the first suspicious after he said he loved him, you know, I love you, my nigga, you know, but kind of bag up, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gazing into your eyes, as you said. Okay, anyway, get back into the clip. Let's get back.
You know, so we're actually like kids in this multi-billion-dollar industry.
Hold on, pause. I know he didn't just rub his face on that man's hand like that. That man's hand. Hold on, I ain't doing that to my homeboy, bro. No, that's a little tricky Ricky for me. I don't care what y'all say, that ain't right. I'm not doing that with the homie. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back into it. You know?
You know,
okay,
too young.
He said, man, your hand's soft. And when we know who people. My whole childhood, man, I grew, even though I was more of a Pac fan growing up, I still played these dudes' music, man, and thought they was gangsters from Brooklyn or New York, Harlem, you know. And my childhood has been ruined because now I know, you know, the only people that hold it down was Tupac down, you know, and stayed solid. I mean, all the way solid, you know what I'm saying? Then follow a little liquidly, you know. But drop your comments, man. I mean, I could be tripping, but we didn't get down like that back in the 90s. You know, we were growing up with the homies and shit. We ain't do all that feminine shit.
Hey, yo, I actually washed the car because I'm supporting my brother. I'm not just buying slippery soap. I'm actually using it myself. So, yo, just stay tuned to see Diddy and Rose wash the car. You never know
Diddy got on Carisha roof of the truck. He made it happen. I'm proud of you.
Only for slippery soap.
That's right.
Let's go. For real. I'm proud of my brother, for real. I was saying like how he had the car show, he pulled up on me. He
pulled it off.
And I got to use his products. And we was like, you know, let's have a, you know, an act of love. Because washing the car, most hustlers don't wash a car.
Not no
a lot of cats got ego.
A lot of times you feel like you too big for
Yeah,
that.
they got shame in their game. We don't have no shame in our game. We gonna get to this money. We gonna wash a car. We gonna go door to door. Ain't nothing stopping this. Ain't nothing stopping this. We want it. Ricky Rose, you a hustler motherfucker, man. Woo! I know you for a long time for helping me with Ciroc, to just like watching your whole get down. You a hustler motherfucker, man. I just want to take my hat off to you, give you your flowers. That's right. Throw a car show festival. Man got horses, giraffes, rhinos. Go ahead, black man. Do your thing. Love, love, love. I support everything.
Well, let's talk about Mama D. Janice likes minors. She likes to drink breast milk, allegedly. She believes it makes you younger. Like how babies need those nutrients to, develop. Those same nutrients, she believes, rejuvenate you. She likes, allegedly, to have threesomes with her son. You know how you and your son play with my friend underage in the bed, Janice? It started with her, Clive Davis. Clive Davis, one of the main ones.
Clive Davis used to abuse Diddy, correct?
Correct.
Allegedly.
And you see right now when they trying to ask him about Diddy, he's playing like he got no memory. But he was right there in the rooms with my friend who was underage. You know why he has so much anger against women? Because of you, Janice. Because of what you did to him. But Janice, you the worst one. You created it.